What's up, guys? How's it going? I just wanted to say, lately I've been trying to post a video once a week, but I ended up being underneath the weather and ended up getting sick, so it kind of postponed some of the videos that I wanted to make and post. So I just wanted to give you like a brief update during that time. I've been sick for a couple of days, so I didn't really have time to post anything or do any work on my cars, or on the car, or on my brother's car. But I feel better now, so the video should coming out once a week when I have my on my days off, basically. But a brief update. I know the last video was me and my brother pulling out the motor to his car out of the 70 Galaxy. It's a 390 motor. It's original. We did an overhaul when we got it. Then for some reason the valve spring cracked in half, and that's why we pulled out the motor this time. And the reason we also pulled it out is because we wanted to completely go through it one more time to change the gaskets, to make sure if that valve spring, since it cracked, we wanted to make sure that no pieces of metal went into the cylinders and scratched up the cylinder walls or fell into the oil pan. We could pull it out and then change all the gaskets and what's necessary. So we wanted to completely go go through it just to be safe on the safe side. I know some people would just change the valve springs and change the bent push rods, but in this case we kind of just want to completely just overdo it, because we did rebuild it before, but we did it in a rush, and so there was oil leaks, there were some missed flaws that we made. So this time it allows us to go back and redo it and do it right. It also gives us a chance to fix, like, that car has a power steering gearbox. I mean a gearbox for the steering wheel, basically. I think it's called power steering gearbox. It's actually leaking, so it gives us a chance to literally, since the motor is out, we get to literally clean up the engine bay, get it nice and neat, do some bead rolls and custom panels on it, and then allow us to put the motor back in. Also, just a quick update on the motor. I recorded a video of us tearing it apart before I got sick. So later to this video, I'll do I'll post a little time lapse of us tearing it apart and going over it. But other than that, the motor is good, and I haven't posted any videos on the car yet. It's just because my brother plans on buying performance parts for the motor to make it a little bit more like spruce, to give it a little bit more gas, a little bit more like horsepower, basically. So we're just waiting on those parts to come in. I know he bought intake manifold, he's gonna get an EFI carburetor, and he's also changing the heads and the cam. So I'll be posting videos on that once we get the parts. But other than that, it's just been sitting there, and my brother's just been sanding the engine bay, so that way we could give it a paint and clean it up. Also, this car, I haven't really done any work to it besides what I had posted on my last YouTube video. So, and that was consisting of painting just this half of the engine bay, and I still also got to do that part, and I also got to fix that battery tray that's right there. So this one pretty much had just gone on hold just for a while, just because also the weather, we've been getting cold fronts and it's been raining, so I really haven't had a chance to get back into it. But since we're coming into spring, or we are in spring, it would allow me to come back and work on it, which I really want to. I'm also ordering some parts, so that way it allows me to put the front suspension kit on the car already. And then I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the brief update. I just been working, I gotten sick, and then just the weather's been changing. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys subscribing. I know I see my subscriber going up, and I see you guys watching the videos, so I know you guys really like the videos of the 70 Galaxy. So I'll start trying to post more videos on that, that way you can see the build and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna cut the scene where we're tearing apart the motor to the 390 FE motor right now, and then But yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. Guys, if you saw that little time lapse of us tearing down this 390 FE motor, we tore it down because one of the push rods on this side was bent because the valve spring broke in half. And you can see that on the previous video. So we wanted to go through the motor, check it out, see if the cam has flattened or the lifters have flattened, and then look at the oil pump. So that's what that time lapse of us tearing it down was. So when we finally got to the part where we pulled the cam out, we looked at the cam and we looked at the lifter, and it didn't seem to be flat. So the cam is still good, which is really good news to hear about, because we had rebuilt this motor previously, and so this motor doesn't have that much miles. So we went through it, we saw the cam, it was good, so we just ended up just putting everything back together. We still don't know what the plans are, what we're gonna do with the motor, but as of now, we know that it's good, and we could, if we want to, we could just buy the valve springs and replace them on the stock heads. But we're just gonna leave it as a short block as of right now, and we're gonna think about what we're gonna be building and how we want to build it later down the road. But I just wanted to give you a little brief update to tell you how it went and the breakdown of it, but everything seems to be good. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks.